All right, hello everyone. We are back today with Job chapter 2. We're going to go ahead and try and get into chapters 2 and 3 today. So let's go ahead and open up to Job chapter 2. I thought I had it saved on there, my bad. When we were first talking, we were talking about Job losing everything in literally the blink of an eye. Literally the blink of an eye. And I asked some of you if you would be the ones to rejoice as well if you lost everything. And we all know, no, we are not the ones to rejoice. So now Job has lost all provisions and all of his children too as well. Now we're getting into Job chapter 2, where Satan is going to be allowed to attack his health as well. So again, there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord, and Satan came also among them to present himself before the Lord. And the Lord said to Satan, "From where do you come?" Satan answered the Lord and said, "From going to and fro on the earth, and from walking back and forth on it." You know, Satan is always roaming around like a lion ready to devour whom he can. Excuse me. Then the Lord said to Satan, "Have you considered my servant Job, that there is none like him on the earth, a blameless and upright man, one who fears God and shuns evil, and still he holds fast to his integrity, although you incited me against him, to destroy him without cause." See, now that's perfect evidence there in verse 3, where God said, "And still he holds fast to his integrity, although you incited me against him, to destroy him without cause." That shows that Satan is not allowed to attack us, well, without God's permission, excuse me. And so God is the one who allows some things to happen in your life so that he can be glorified even more and show his goodness and grace and mercy. And here we are again, God serving Job up on a platter, and Satan's gonna take it. So Satan answered the Lord and said, "Skin for skin. Yes, all that a man has he will give for his life. But stretch out your hand now and touch his bone and his flesh, and he will surely curse you to your face." And the Lord said to Satan, "Behold, he is in your hand, but spare his life." So Satan went out from the presence of the Lord and struck Job with painful boils from the sole of his feet to the crown of his head. And he took for himself a potsherd with which to scrape himself while he sat in the midst of the ashes. My goodness. Then his wife said to him, "Do you still hold fast to your integrity? Curse God and die." But he said to her, "You speak as one of the foolish women speaks. Shall we indeed accept good from God, and shall we not accept adversity?" In all this, Job did not sin with his lips. So look right there. That's amazing. You have your partner who's been your loving wife, who's also probably feared the Lord just as much as you. And now here she is. All these bad things are happening to you. They're not necessarily happening to her, but yet her faith is being greatly diminished just from her witnessing all the things that have happened to you. I mean, yes, she has lost children too as well, and possessions as well. But this is a direct attack clearly now on Job. And so it can be hard in those times of struggle and trial to keep such a faith, especially when those around us who we thought were believers with us and who are believers, it's hard to keep that faith when their faith is very much diminishing very quickly. But Job does. He keeps it well. But now we got another problem. His 3 friends. Now, when Job's 3 friends heard of all this adversity, they had come upon him. Each one came from his own place. Eliphaz the Temanite, Bildad the Shuhite, and Zophar the Naamathite. For they had made an appointment together to come and mourn with him and to comfort. That's some real friends right there. If your friends come and cry with you because you lost your stuff, That's some good people. That's some great people. And when they raised their eyes from afar and did not recognize him, they lifted their voices and wept, and each one tore his robe and sprinkled dust on his head toward heaven. So they sat down with him on the ground 7 days and 7 nights, and no one spoke a word to him, for they saw that his grief was great. How many of y'all got friends like that? You got friends like that? Who's gonna sit with you 7 days, 7 nights, not say a word? Do you got friends that'll sit with you for 20 minutes and not say a word? No, we don't. I think we got the wrong kind of friends. So now we see Job has lost, in chapter 2, we see Job has lost everything now. Everything. He's lost his children, he's lost his possessions, and pretty much he's lost his relationship with his wife too as well, because he's standing so hard on the faith and she's standing so hard on the other side. Not to say she doesn't believe, but it's very hard to tell, and that can cause a big wedge between you two. But if you stay till the end, you'll see why you should hold out faith for those who don't have faith, because your faith can strengthen someone else's. Amen. So we're gonna go ahead and jump